I'm going to say a phrase that you have probably never heard before in your life, especially if you're a GTA fan. Tell me you've never heard this. The GTA 6 release date has been leaked. Okay, obviously there's probably 50,000 videos on the internet, and I would say 0.0002 of those are probably mine, talking about the release date. When is it coming out? Well, we've been talking a lot about GTA 6 on this channel, and I've been doing my best to keep you guys up to date on the new leaks and the major rumors that float around, which are almost every day. But today, I'm excited to share some news with you. Yes, I said news, because we actually got official information about the upcoming reveal and the release of Grand Theft Auto 6 straight from the horse's mouth. And in this video, we're going to go over all of it, everything you need to know about it and what it means for the project, including when you can expect a reveal and possibly even a release date. So you let me know in the comments if you're excited about Grand Theft Auto 6, which I already know you are. I don't know why I asked that. Drop a like on the video, and let's get into it. So we tend to get a lot of information about future AAA projects from financial reports and investor meetings. And it seems that no matter how secretive things get in the gaming industry, we can always count on the money to give us answers. Take-Two Interactive is one of the biggest companies in the entire industry. So when they talk about how much money they're making, everybody's listening. But they're also finding themselves in rather strange situations where they can't officially reveal GTA 6 because they don't want to step on anybody's toes, but they have to give their investors reassurance that the game is indeed coming, so they kind of have to resort to these super vague wordings that the internet quickly figures out the true meaning of, and that is where our leaks come from today. Before we move on, guys, there is a link at the top of the description. It is to the Chasing the Hobby website, which we are launching in a couple weeks. Every type of mystery box you could ever imagine. Sports cards, comics, Funkos, Pokemon cards, eventually action figures, you name it, and we're going to have it over there. So click that link, get on the email list so you know when things drop over there and when we actually launch. I look forward to seeing you guys over there. Now, the other day, Take-Two reported their financials from the most recent fiscal year, and the results were pretty shocking without even mentioning GTA 6. According to this report, the company reported $1.2 billion in the fiscal quarter that ended on June 30th. That's a hefty 20% growth over the previous one. Apparently, some experts saw this as a disappointment because they were expecting $1.21 billion, but seriously, $1.2 billion? 20% hike. How can you be disappointed with those numbers? That's crazy considering how few games they actually release compared to other companies. The report confirmed that GTA 5 and NBA 2K23 are their two main money makers right now, and both games sold millions of copies despite not being new releases. NBA 2K23, which came out in September of last year, sold 2 million copies last quarter. It put the total over 13 million. GTA 5, on the other hand, managed to sell an additional 5 million copies. I don't even know how that works. I mean, that's a mind-boggling 185 million copies, and it's still selling millions even though it's been out forever. I mean, it's coming up on its 10th anniversary. It's still one of the best-selling games in the entire industry year after year, which I guess should explain why Rockstar and Take-Two have been pretty hesitant to replace it with GTA 6. It may be annoying to see the game get milked so hard, but when you hear those numbers, you have to understand from a business standpoint where that decision comes from. It was also confirmed that consumer spending was up a whopping 38% last quarter, so Take-Two is doing absolutely fine without GTA 6. So when talking about the future of Take-Two Interactive, CEO Strauss Zelnick stated, "Our core business trends remain healthy, and we are reiterating our prior guidance of $5.5 billion in net bookings for fiscal year 2024. Our teams are making excellent progress on our strategic focus areas, including the advancement of our eagerly anticipated development pipeline and capitalizing on our revenue-driven opportunities and synergies, all while maintaining a deep focus on efficiency. We remain confident that we are positioning our business for a significant inflection point in fiscal year 2025, which we believe will include new record levels of operating performance. We would like to thank all our stakeholders for their continued support, and we look forward to delivering on this exciting new chapter." Now, in case it went over your head there, let me help you out. The CEO of Take-Two Interactive is bragging about fiscal year 2025 when fiscal year 2024 just started last month. So typically meetings like this, you would want to hear about how the current fiscal year is going to go. And while he did touch on that, he also made a point to preemptively mention that they're expecting record high numbers in 2025, fiscal year that is. That doesn't start until October of 2024. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that sounds like a GTA 6 release window to me. And remember, The Take-Two CEO is preemptively talking about record high numbers in fiscal year 2025, despite the current numbers already being amazing. So they obviously have this pretty massive plan in place for that year, and I can't think of anything that could be in their playbook that's even close to that. It has to be GTA 6. 100% has to be GTA 6. In case you didn't know, fiscal year 2025 starts on October 1st of 2024. It ends on September 31st of 2025. That's a pretty reasonable launch window for the game. It was also reported not too long ago that the build of GTA 6 that leaked in that giant Rockstar data breach has already been a couple years old, so a lot of additional work has been done on the game since we last saw it. At this point, it looked like the world had already been pretty well constructed and layout of the game had been established. So now, Rockstar can take all the time they want with GTA 6. I know a lot of people are getting curious as to when it will actually be finished, and at this point, it seems reasonable to believe that it will be totally done and ready for market by September of 2025. I'm going to call it now. It releases in September or October of 2025. Remember, a lot of insiders have reported that the game is currently targeting a holiday 2024 or early 2025 release date, which that lines up with Take-Two's financial report that was confirmed as well, so I could be wrong. I would like it to come out in spring, but who knows? Now, there's been some hefty controversy surrounding Rockstar and Take-Two in recent days regarding their decision to re-release Red Dead Redemption on the PS4 and the Switch. I'm in favor of giving love to the first Red Dead Redemption game, but the way this re-release is being handled is lame. I think the internet has every right to be upset at Rockstar and Take-Two. In case you missed it, the new version of RDR is a one-to-one port of the original game that came out in 2010, but without the multiplayer, and yet it's being sold for $50. Again, it's coming out on the PS4 and the Switch, meaning there's no native PS5 version, there's still no official PC port. Perhaps the worst part about it is the fact that Xbox players can get this game for $10 and actually have a better experience. The Xbox Series 360 version of Red Dead is backwards compatible on the Series consoles, and it has the multiplayer, and it has resolution and frame rate improvements that are absent from the upcoming re-release. And if you walk into GameStop right now, you can get it for $10. Meanwhile, PS5 and Switch players are being forced to drop $50 on an objectively worse version of the game, which is just a bad take to me. I don't know whose idea it was to do this, but it was a bad call. And both Rockstar and Take-Two are getting a lot of heat for it. Will it impact GTA 6's launch? No, it won't. But if more re-releases come out now, between now and fiscal year 2025, I wouldn't be shocked at all if GTA 6 actually gets pushed back in order to make sure that it's the most crowd-pleasing game ever made, because in the modern gaming industry, a company's reputation means a lot. And right now, Take-Two and Rockstar, they're not on gamers' good side. So there you have it. Fiscal year 2025 is the hot spot. Do we get it in the holiday season of 2024? Fingers crossed, yes. Or do we get it in the spring of 2025? Fingers crossed, yes. Or do we get it holiday of 2025? That's a long way out, but I guess it wouldn't be the worst. You guys let me know what you think. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you're into any type of mystery boxes, make sure you go follow Chasing the Hobby. We're going to launch soon. We've got some really cool stuff. Make sure you sign up for the newsletter drop list, and I'll see you soon.